Kevin song, one Jim song. If they could have done that here, In Flight could have possibly been 14 Barenaked Ladies albums, and the last 6 have been pageless. Are the 4 Barenaked Ladies making better music in 2023 than in the last decade? Are the 4 Barenaked Ladies men making better music in 2023 than in the last decade? Let's take a review of In Flight, the 2023 album by the Barenaked Ladies. I feel guilty talking about the Barenaked Ladies, and not just because of their stupid band name. All of my opinions on this band in particular, it goes against my usual opinions about rock bands in general. I typically like new albums better when it comes to these 90s rock bands, and I also typically love it when every band member sings. I'm also fine with a band continuing on with no original members, which I know a lot of people are not fans of. We still want to enjoy the music live, right? And that's the only way to do it. Like, I'm considering going to see Queen with Adam Lampert. I would go see Leonard Skinner. But getting back to the Barenaked Ladies, I'm usually okay with all those things. But unfortunately, in the case of the Barenaked Ladies, when Stephen Page left the band, I haven't hated everything that they've done since Stephen Page left, but I haven't found any songs to really herald in the new era of B&L. So let's try to herald in some of these in-flight tunes and see if we can fall in love with them. Loving Life should have been a tired retread of Good Life from the last Barenaked Ladies record, but this one is good. It's more fleshed out, even as the "so love it, so love it" gets repeated ad nauseum, which is, you know, it could have ruined it. It could have been a millennial whoa-oh-oh moment, but it wasn't. It's kind of a bop, and one that I'm surprisingly revisiting numerous times through this hard week that I've had. Loving Life, consider yourself almost heralded. Not quite. It's not Gordon levels of gold or anything, but not a tarnished silver ball throwaway either. One Night, it starts out rocking harder than the ladies have been rocking lately, and that is nice to hear. Synthesizers and guitars meld into a strong Ed Robertson rock tune, and that's just something we haven't had for so long. Enough Time is Kevin Hearn's song, and this goes back to my guilt and shame. I want so bad to like a Kevin song, to like the stuff written and sung by a different band member, but Enough Time is a snooze. Please forgive me, Kev. Or hopefully, just maybe you won't stumble upon my little small YouTube channel here, but I don't like it. I don't like the Kevin songs at all. While we're complaining about alternate vocalist, let's go ahead and bash them all in consecutive order. We don't want Kevin just to feel bad. We want everybody to feel bad. We're like Green Day. We got a list here. Just Wait, See the Tour, Wake Up, Dream Hotel, Peace Lady, Should Be All. They're not bad, but they just should have been like on a Hearn album, a Cregan album, because gosh dang, man, this is not what I come to B&L for. What Do We Need goes heavy on the accordion, and this one's really special. Breaking Hearts, Getting Older, Life Shifting, the spotlight from one person to the next. What Do We Need is really great. It's emotionally complex. It almost makes me tear up a little bit as 40 lingers in the darkness back there of my life. 37, that's nowhere near 40, but I was born in 1985. That was not a Naked Ladies joke, but I think you get it, right? Consider Yourself Heralded. This is a pretty good song. Waning Moon, this one's tricky. It's a tricky song. It has moments of old school B&L that magically transport me back to the early 2000s, Maroon, Stint, That's right, it's got a little bit of a maroon vibe going on. It's got a little bit of that reddish color, almost. "50 for a While Now" is a joyous and heralded song for sure. It's driving rhythm, it's horn section, and on In Flight. I think Ed Robertson is just itching to kick out of the Barenaked Ladies and start a solo country career. Do it, Ed! Do it! It has some S-bombs in it, which is a little bit different for the Barenaked Ladies. And while it could come across as a little bit corny from this band at this point, this is a band that knows how to corn it up. It's well placed and just right in Too Old. And it's a joke. It's a jokey Barenaked Ladies song that just nails it. We need some edge in our rock and roll. And remember the very end of Go Home? That was what's funny at one time is a crime today. It never goes away. In Flight is a 14-song trip in the air. And out of those 14 songs, 6 of them are really great. And I herald those 6 songs. I encourage you to listen to them. Those are Love and Life, One Night, What Do You Need, 50 for a While Now, Too Old, and Clearly Lost. Those are the gems on this flight of naked nudity. But here's the issue. The plane is overloaded with Hearn songs that take the band from alt-rock to indie, shoegaze, blah, blah. And I just ain't about that life, Kev. Give me pants. What if that was on the album? What if, you're just listening to In Flight, and then it's just like, give me pants. Can we just cut it back to one Kevin song, one Jim song? If they could have done that here, In Flight could have possibly been soaring up in the air into the stratosphere. If we could just cut it back to one Kevin song, one Jim song, In Flight could possibly be soaring into the stratosphere of a 3 out of 5. But as this plane flies, In Flight, it's a 2.2 out of 5. I can't stand up.